The collapse of one of the nation's biggest kitchen makers has left many renovators in limbo. Australian Kitchen Industries has 20 stores across the country that operate under the brands Kitchen Connection, Wallspan Kitchen Connection and Impala Kitchen Connection. It's gone into voluntary administration, leaving some clients with half-installed kitchens and thousands of dollars out of pocket. So what hope do customers have when any business gets into trouble? Gerard Brody is the Director of Policy at the Consumer Action Law Centre.
Yeah, it can be a stressful situation for a consumer when they've purchased goods or services up front and then the company goes bust or goes into liquidation. In those circumstances, there is a risk that consumers can be left high and dry. Consumers will be what's called an unsecured creditor, and unless that company has got sufficient reserves to pay all its secured creditors out first, the consumers might not get their full entitlements back.
So where do consumers sit in the pecking order of who gets paid when a company gets into trouble?
Yeah, in the example of the kitchen company, when it is wound up, liquidators will be appointed, and it will be their role to ensure that secured creditors are paid first rather than unsecured creditors. Consumers would have to register with that liquidator, and they will be kept informed about the progress of liquidation, but they may not actually get any funds from that liquidation. That would depend on how they paid for the service. There can be some protections if a consumer paid, for example, by a credit card. When a consumer pays for goods and services by a credit card and that service isn't delivered, they have what's called a chargeback right. And that's a right with respect to their bank or financial institution that issued their credit card. They could seek that charge on their credit card be charged back to them, and it's actually the bank that will bear the loss there.
So are there other ways consumers can protect themselves?
Look, consumers should always be wary about paying for goods and services in full before they receive the service. They could, for example, pay only on delivery of services, or alternatively pay a deposit and keep that deposit, as low as possible until services have been delivered.
Gerard Brody in Melbourne, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.